Good morning. It's me, it's Larcel. Another episode of Small Doses with Larcel. I was hoping to come today with a different topic, but as we are all learning about Elijah McClain, a young man, I believe he's 23 years old, senselessly murdered by the police in Colorado. I have seen videos about the young man. I have read stories, and today was the first time I actually saw it on the national news. I had been getting the information from social media like so many of us do. There's been a lot of discussion about defunding and reforming the police. This situation is greater than what happens within our police departments, because more often than not, when these cases happen, it has happened because a citizen, a regular person in the community, called 911 and made a complaint. Even as far back as Trayvon Martin, someone called 911. So while there is definitely a problem, a systemic and systematic problem within our government agencies, our criminal justice department, our law enforcement agencies, the greater problem is in the heart of man. Yeah. The fact that someone minding their own business looks suspicious to you, so you call 911. Apparently the 911 call on Elijah, simply, they said, well, he doesn't appear to have a weapon. I don't think he's broken a law, but he's wearing a face mask thing, and he looks suspicious. People, you have got to stop calling 911 because of how something looks. If you have not been hurt, harmed, or endangered, if you have not seen a crime committed, stop calling because someone is suspicious to you. Because I'm about to hurt some feelings right here with what I'm saying, and maybe that's what it takes. Because we as African Americans have been also ultra sensitive in what we say in public, so as not to hurt the feelings of our white counterparts. And because we don't hurt their feelings and we let them remain comfortable, these things continue to happen. So here comes some hurt feelings. White people, listen to me. Black people aren't here to hurt you. Most of the time, we're not thinking about you. We don't want your purse. We don't want nothing you have. If you see me walking away from you, toward you, near you, don't fear me. I'm not even thinking about you. This young man was listening to music and moving his hands to the music that he was listening to, and that made him suspicious. White people, stop it. Mind your business. If they are not on your property and you can't determine that they have done something to somebody else's property, go on about your business. You know, a few years ago when we moved into this property, there were a lot of young kids in the neighborhood, mostly white kids. And they found some trails back here in the woods, and one of the trails opens up to my backyard. I ain't gonna lie, it pissed me off that they're walking around in my backyard. I didn't have a fence, so I didn't make a big deal about it. But I thought to myself almost every day, if that had been my black child showing up in the backyard of some white person, oh, you best believe the police would have been called. Because it would have been suspicious and trespassing and all kind of other things. But I never called. I was tempted. But you know why I didn't call? Because I already knew they were going to say, well, those were boys just being boys. Because you see, white kids get the privilege to just be boys being boys. Young black boys don't get the privilege of being boys being boys. Mind your business. I see these videos time after time, whereas the young people have begun to label nosy white women as Karens. I think we called them Becky, but here goes Karen, and I'm fine with that. It doesn't matter. Nosy white women who can't mind their business or feel they have the right to say something to somebody just because they don't like what they see. Mind your business. Mind your business. If you are not being attacked, if you are not being spoken to, if it's not your property and it's not your stuff, go on about your business. Now, I would tell you this. If it's suspicious to you and you're in a safe place, keep watching. Videotape if you want to, but you don't have to call the police every time something is suspicious. I think some of you subconsciously know that if you call the police, that person is going to be dealt with in a harsh manner. And maybe it'll teach them a lesson not to come to your neighborhood again or not to be near your place again. I don't know. I don't know the hearts of men. I can only tell you what my experiences allow me to think about the hearts of some people. It's frustrating. Do better. There's nothing that I can say to young black people anymore about what they need to do to protect themselves. Even if they comply, they die. If they run, you assume they're running because they did something. Did it ever occur to you, white people, that you are scary to black people? And when they see white policemen show up, they run? Because we see video after video, we hear story after story of young black men being killed by the police. Yeah, so running doesn't necessarily mean guilt. Just like little old white ladies who clutch their purses when black people are around, young black boys feel the need to run when they see the police. We've taught our kids to submit, put your hands on the steering wheel, be quiet, say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, to no avail. And it still doesn't help them. And it doesn't start when they're walking down the street to get tea for their little brothers or walking to the store while visiting their dad to get some Skittles. That's not where it starts. You know where it starts? It starts in the classroom. Because what I have learned in my travels, and I have traveled a lot, we are the only, here in America, African Americans are the only survivors of the Middle Passage who allow our children to be taught by their oppressors. Think about that. We talk about the prison, the pipeline in the classroom. It starts because a white female teacher does not understand the behavior of a young black male student, so she labels him, and that label follows him from kindergarten till he graduates high school. Think about it. That's your small dose for the day. Y'all be blessed. Have a great weekend.